Bitcoin is dropping currently into lower levels, but I know exactly why we are dropping right now, and it might be not what you actually think. So if you want to know why this is actually happening, you should definitely stick around here and make sure that you also definitely subscribe to the channel. And of course, I have prepared here a shit ton of charts for you once more that we will go through, and of course a lot of altcoins. We're going to talk about where are right now really good buy zones for us. So don't miss out on that, and let's go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Friday, guys. So let's directly get into it. Here on the DXY, we see a little bounce currently, but I'm not really concerned about the DXY because overall I still expect that we will go here lower from early next week onwards, because we should not forget on Wednesday we have the FOMC meeting where we potentially, in the worst case, so potentially we get a rate cut. Worst case that I see on Wednesday is that we get an announcement or a hint that after next week's, the following FOMC meeting basically will lead to a rate cut. It's more or less anyway already decided that if it's not this FOMC meeting, it's the next one. So we just need to wait for Wednesday to actually find out. I'm not so much relying on the prediction market for Wednesday, because it could be really a surprise that we actually get a really tiny rate cut already on Wednesday. So here on the weekly chart, something that we need to look at is that we're currently below this mid-range section here, but this is not really concerning me because I still believe that we will close by the end by Sunday above that line. So we're gonna get here a $3,000 move back to the upside to stay above that, and then the next week we get a really juicy continuation pump. Here with the moon cycles, I warned you yesterday, you know, when we get here a new moon, prices are dropping. Yesterday was officially the new moon. We see here now a drop, and this is more like of a proper drop right now. I'm gonna show that here. Yeah, so here I have a chart with overall Bitcoin corrections and how long they actually lasted in a bull run. So we had here one time almost 23% drop for 30 days and a 20% drop for 71 days. And then we had long consolidation phases before we got actually run up again. For example, over here, 113 days was the last one, where we put in here a top and then we went down, and until we started breaking up again, 113 days, 34%. Now in a bull run, these drops can have the same amount that we are moving down, but the days are way shorter in these corrections. For example, here on the way up, that 10% correction, how long did that last? From 22nd of May to 5th of June. So basically 2 weeks. The next one from here, from 11th of June to 22nd of June. So 11 days. Now, if you count again from the top, 14th of July, we are already 11 days in this drop. So, and here we are currently looking at almost a 7% drop to the downside. So for diminishing returns and also diminishing corrections, 7 to 10% is something where I would go and lean myself out of the window and say we are really close to the actually turnaround here from that drop. And hence why I said in the thumbnail and in the description, this is a bear trap. So anything that we go lower now from where we are currently is just to try to stop out new long positions that are potentially well positioned for the next move to the upside, but most likely just over leveraged. And as long as also here on the super trend, on the super guppy here, around $114,350, as long as we are holding that floor level, we're going to continue to ride the trend, because you see at the bottom $114,350 approximately. So as long as we stay above that level and bounce from there, we're going to get continuation. On the daily chart with the Elliott wave count here, in that bull pennant, I'm also not really concerned about that we are breaking down from the bull pennant, as long as we are going back up here by like roughly 2% today to close either slightly, just slightly below that bull pennant or slightly within the bull pennant. And also then you are almost guaranteed to get tomorrow a nice juicy bounce here. In the best case, already out of that pennant here to the upside with a breakout of $118,400 approximately. The falling wedge pattern, also here you see we have broken below the golden ratio. So here you also want to see that we're at least reclaiming the 1.5 level here, which is coinciding with the bottom range of the bull pennant that I have just shown you. That we got rejected from here. I'm not really insanely surprised that we got here a move into lower levels to test these levels. But now we really need to see a strength and bold stepping in and pushing this back up. If we lose the 1.382 level here, then we have a long way to go down. And then we drop another 2.5% to the next major support, which would be sitting here. So we definitely don't want to see that. Now, the reason why we are actually going down, that is something that also a lot of people would like to know here. I have to pull it up again. Let me just pull it up again. I come back here in a second. So let me see here. There it is. Close this and then here. So because everybody thinks that this is all like people taking profit, you know, and whatever and whatnot. No, it's not. So you need to understand there is a Bitcoin whale that bought Bitcoin. Over 80,000 Bitcoins is what he bought. Wait, this might be not the right one here that I'm looking for. Here, this. So 80,000 Bitcoins is what this person bought at 37 cents. And he held for 14 years. You know, he was holding for 14 years, did not sell one Bitcoin in these 14 years. I think he is entitled to take some money off the table right now. You know, so he has, of course, billions of dollars. He has almost $10 billion in Bitcoin. I think he deserves to take like $1 billion out, you know, to de-risk a little bit. So it also makes sense to do it slightly above $100,000 because this guy must be a smart investor. You know, he understands if he cashes out 10,000 Bitcoin, it will, of course, crash the market a little bit. And I think he wanted to wait to around $110,000, $120,000 to make sure that he will get out at least slightly around $100,000 with 10,000 Bitcoin, which makes a lot of sense to me, you know. So, but of course, I would hold this even longer, you know. I would not sell in the middle of the bull run, you know. So, but who knows what he needs to do with the money, you know. Maybe he has investments, whatever. You don't know what he's doing with it. Maybe he really needs it right now for something. So, but this here, that move that right now there were 10,000 Bitcoin deposited in the past 8 hours to Galaxy Digital to sell them. That is causing why the Bitcoin price is moving like that right now. So, and once, so maybe they were already sold OTC, you know, you don't know if they already left, but they were not dumped on the open market. It's just people are scared that they're getting dumped on the open market. A lot of people don't understand when coins move to a company like Galaxy Digital, they do OTC deals. So if you don't know what that means they sell Bitcoins over the counter. So that means between two companies or like two individuals. There's no exchange platform involved, you know, where the coins go and they gonna get then dumped there on that exchange. It's like from you to me, a direct transaction that's happening here. So without influencing the price in any shape or form, you know. So and that is what they are doing in their regular business and charging a fee for that, for providing a platform where you can find people that want to buy and sell OTC without affecting the price on the market, you know. So and that is what they are doing. But if so many coins get moved, a lot of stupid people are still around, especially I have to say it, when new people come into the market and they don't understand what's going on and they just bought Bitcoin at $120,000. I have seen in every single bull run, especially if they had just heard about it for a month, you know, from a friend that made some money on it, and they buy at $120,000, it goes to $115,000, they panic, they sell. You know, they sell. I can guarantee you they sell. They're not smart enough. They have not the emotional strength, you know, because they're not experienced in these markets. They're just gonna sell. They're like, oh shit, no, this is going down now. I get out. I get out. That's it. You know, so I'm out. I don't wanna deal with this. You know, it's too much stress, you know, or whatever nonsense they're gonna say. But yeah, that's what's happening, you know, and that is causing then moves like that we see right now here on the Bitcoin chart. So when we are going then into lower time frames to understand what's going on here. So of course our re-entry level is now broken that I originally gave. So you should have been stopped out if you're in that trade. But here again, I would argue we are close to a turnaround here. So I want to show this again. Here, yesterday, with the MDX algo scalp gradients and also with the React indicator, what did I tell you guys? What did I tell you? I would expect a small deviation into that green area here. And from that green area, there we're gonna pump back up into the trading range that we are now leaving, and then you get continuation to the upside. So how do you trade this now? So sorry, I should have moved that already yesterday. Here, that is now how you want to trade this. So you want that we reclaim $116,000, which is 0.3% away from current price, and then trade the continuation to the upside. So I'm maybe a little bit lower, make it a scalp trade. So you want maybe here first into that resistance area, and this order block here, roughly 4% is what I would be looking at. Yeah, so that's fine. So now you basically just wait that we are starting to turn around. And here I have to move this a little bit to the side. You can see it better. That doji candle here, that doji candle might be the first early warning sign for the next candle to be reversing to the upside. It might not pump straight away here back to the daily open, but weekly open. Weekly open is something that I can see here in the next 4-hourly candle, that we go back another $2,000 to the upside. A little bit consolidation and then continuation back. So that's why I would not sell. I would not open short positions right now because you're anyway too late already. You know, so for short positions, if you wanted to take the risk to have a short position, you needed to open that here around $119,000. You know, and you see here also on the on this 1-hourly chart, the underlying green box here is giving us support as long as that is holding, especially around the $115,000, $114,700 level. We will keep bouncing back to the upside into higher levels. So what we basically did is just create a deviation, as I just mentioned here earlier, you know, because deviation means we go lower than this side here to scare people out of their positions, and then it goes back up. It will go back up. I'm not concerned about this at all. So here also you see all the long liquidity on the liquidation levels was also taken out. So what does it tell you? When the next 4-hourly candle opens and we go above $116,000, that is from where you want to open your next positions. And if you want to take positions, guys, do it on BloFin. There is a link pinned in the chat. You get up to $5,000 in sign-up and deposit bonuses. And it's a non-KYC platform. Plus, if you deposit at least $500 and reach out to my team on Telegram or on Twitter under my handle, then and you send us your BloFin ID and deposit $500, we let you in the private trading group that I have. You know, so where we do right now a challenge from $500 to $10,000. So go and check that out. Like I said, link to sign up on BloFin is in the description. And on Sunday, this Sunday potentially, I still need to wait until tonight. Tonight I'm gonna know. So I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. Potentially on Sunday, I'm gonna give away 5 times $200 for everybody that signed up already between last Sunday and this coming Sunday. Here on the liquidation heat map, you will see now also here all the big liquidity clusters below us were already taken. So where are still concentrated liquidity pockets with short liquidity right now above us? So we need to turn around to go here to like $120,400 to grab liquidity. A market maker wants to go where concentrated liquidity is, and that liquidity is currently sitting above us. Even if I go to a 2-weekly chart, see, we have taken everything down already out, we can go here like exactly to $115,000, but then we really took everything, and then it's time to turn around. So maybe let Bitcoin drop another 500, 700, even $1,000. It doesn't really matter, you know, because from there, it's time to turn around. It's big time then to turn around. So I just check something. Okay. Why is that happening? This is strange, but okay. Then Bitcoin dominance. This is the crazy part. So altcoins are actually holding up quite well, while Bitcoin made here a $3,000 move earlier to the downside. So I'm really, really impressed how well altcoins are holding up here. And some of my positions are yielding, again, profit that were yesterday at a loss. So here, for example, can I show this here? Just that position. Just want to show that one position. Like this I can do that. Yeah, like this I can. So here, just an example. Whoop. So here, my CRV position on 3x leverage is up $1,000, you know, so $1,200 right now. And that in a matter of like 2 hours. You know, it was yesterday also a little bit up, but $1,300 now. So you see, there is a lot of strength right now in altcoins overall. Here also the total free market cap is bouncing off $985 billion, slightly below $1 trillion. Hence why I believe that here, the drop in total free market cap, I think today it will be over. Today, then tomorrow, you're going to get a confirmation candle, which will be small, can be a doji. And then by Sunday, you get the reversal. The only problem with the reversal is that we could potentially create a massive, massive CME gap if prices just turn around and keep flying to the upside, also for Bitcoin specifically. And with that CME gap, we'll have a risk, you know, that we come back to these levels at some point in the near future. Here, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, I don't make the rules, guys. You know, I'm not making this stuff up here. You know, what did I tell you? When we get here close to 0.0315, altcoins will do well. And many altcoins right now, after a drop like this, doing pretty well. So if Bitcoin turns around now, while we are holding this level and closing here, then next week will be fireworks across the board for us. And this is what we are looking for. So yeah, so I'm gonna tell you now about Ethereum because I see some people here in the chat. I see you guys. No, my audio is definitely not low. It's here, like moving in the yellow area. It's your phone. Most likely you're looking at a phone. You know, I'm pretty sure you watch on the phone or you have shitty AirPods or headphones. You know, because even if I watch my own videos on AirPods, it's fine. You know, with my iPhone. So it's definitely a you problem. So there's a 2,500 Bitcoin buy order at 115. But that could be also a spoof order. You know, you don't know if that is a real order or not. That's the problem. Option expiry tomorrow. No, option expiry is today, not tomorrow. Options cannot expire on a Saturday. They expire on a Friday unless you're right now in the US and you think and your time zone is still Thursday because you're in San Francisco somewhere, you know, in the Bay Area. So let me continue. So Ethereum. So I want to walk you through this here again. I warned you a couple of days ago before it actually happened. I think I warned you from here. So from last Thursday, a week ago. I warned you a week ago that we will come up here and get rejected from this level. So and this is what we are seeing right now. We are now holding $3,500. I told you you can long from there. I hope some of you were able to catch that. And if we go lower, you keep adding more to your position. So honestly, I don't see us going much lower anymore than where we are at right now. Would I open a position from here? Currently, no. But if you look for entries, you know, then I go again here into lower time frames and would look, where can I get an entry? So here, 15-minute chart tells me I don't want to enter here right now. I need to wait an hour or two. That hour or two could bring me confirmation on the RSI here on the hourly chart with turning around to the upside. So when I see that turnaround, price goes up and then I long from the point of control of $3,740 approximately, and trade the continuation. Because once we are over the point of control on the 1 hourly chart, we should start to see Ethereum flying in direction of $4,000. On the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, also here, perfectly following the trajectory that I lined out, go up, come down. Now it's time to go up again over the next coming days. So, and yeah, here on that 3-day chart, also here, you will have final confirmation on Sunday when we're opening a new candle and the new candle starts going to the upside. If that candle goes to the upside, you want to get in here again, $3,740. That's above the candle body of both candles that went here into resistance. And once we are there, that is from where you want to take your next trade if you were not able to catch it here in around $3,500. You always need to wait for confirmation. Then Solana, I know some of you guys also still looking at Solana. So we dropped a little bit lower than what I expected, but I think the current level that we are sitting on will be the level from where we are going to reverse. I don't see Solana breaking lower from here anymore. We had here a substantial pullback in Solana of almost 20%. Okay, here to the bottom, almost 15%. That is absolutely enough for Solana now to go back up. Also here, I gave you an approximate line out how this is going to play out, that we go up here into that resistance, come down, then we turn around. Worst case is that we stay here a little bit longer because we're here on a 4-hourly chart, so we could just chop here a little bit before you're going to get here another attempt to break above $200. So this area here for Solana is actually a really, really good area from where you can build positions right now. But don't forget, small leverage to start out with. You know, you start with small leverage like 3x, 5x, and you can increase it when we break here above $194 and have at least a 4-hourly candle close above that level. You know, so and then you can increase it again a little bit when we are above $205, $207. And then you let it ride from there. You know, you will not increase anymore your leverage. So for example, if you do here 3x, you can do here 5x, and up here you can crank it up to like 10 potentially, and then you just let it run. Your entry will then more or less be around $194 when we are at 205, when you crank it up the last time, but from there it should start flying to like $250. And when you have, when we reach $250 and you have an entry of 194, the whole bull run, it will not get touched anymore unless there's a black swan event that crashes markets like this. But you should be also smart enough to have your stop loss then already in profit. The bump and run pattern, here the pullback is a little bit steeper than the fractal that I had, but overall this is still intact here. And also here, time-wise, we are ready to get the next bigger move here to the upside. Then XRP holding above the $3 level, really important that we are holding this here over the coming hours. As long as we are holding that, I see also here a move back to the upside. We are potentially forming here right now already a W pattern. So if this is a W pattern, then here more or less is your neckline at $3.26. There is your next trade. You know, either touching $3 or $3.26. Either way, one of these two levels. From there you can take your next position. SUI, pretty similar. What you want to see is either another retest into the green box or a reclaim of the downward sloping trend line here from the cup and handle pattern that I had lined out here. And so Bitcoin is doing Bitcoin things again and goes a little bit down. I see it here out of the ankle of my eye again. Then CRV really, really strong right now because Ethereum is holding up quite well. So I think CRV could be a coin where you're going to see today a pop to the upside. And that pop will get us above $1.08. So from the current price level, that would be already an 8% move. Okay, 7%, 7.4% to the upside. And I think we can get close in that move to like $1.10, $1.11. So I will take profit around that level up here because I'm not sure that we are going to break this on the first attempt. We could see a wick above that level, but I'm not seeing a candle close with straight continuation. That's not what I'm seeing there. So, but if you're looking for a good position for today, for an intraday trade, that might be the trade that you want to be looking at. because that's also what I'm currently trading, as you know. If you see any move back slightly below $1, I would take the entry from there, because that's the same what I did. You know, I'm like 0.023 cents below $1, like 0.99, like 99 cents 77. That was my entry. So if you get an entry here around 99 cents, I would definitely take it for that next leg to the upside, because here you can see for a long time we are testing this level and consolidating, and this looks now that it wants to pop to the upside. So if I'm really lucky and it breaks out and it goes just straight up like this, I'm gonna let it run. You know, I just set my stop loss then here to take my initial profit if it drops back to this level. But if not, then I just let it run, you know, to the upside, and then I take my money whenever I feel like. But this could be a really good trade today. I can have, yeah, I did XRP already. Can it go as low as? No, so if you talk about, so can it go as low as $3.30, $3.20? So if you mean SUI, no, I don't see that. Let's see, XRP, yeah. Would you add to your ton position here? I have to look. Wait, my editor wrote me just something. What did he write? 1 second. What did my editor wrote? Okay. Okay, that's okay. So now I wanted to look at something. Sui, I just spoke about that. Let me have a look at ton. So what? Let's see. Let's see. Here, ton. Here. $3.08. So this is not the right chart, so I need the other one. Need this chart. Yeah. So here I can look there. There we go. Yes, so we are basically, we fell, also I see this as a deviation, what's happening here. Remember what I said yesterday? I said when we drop here into this range, I would take longs from there or add to my long position. So you are not wrong if you want to open from here long, because on the 4-hourly chart, it looks like also here that we're starting to turn around. Give it here the 2 hours to close that candle. The next one should definitely pump here back to like $3.20 or even higher than that. Let me see. Injective. I'm gonna have a look at injective. So, and after injective, I'm gonna show you quick another way how I look at coins to see if they are ready to go back to the upside and how I layer into my altcoin positions. So here, so first of all, get rid of this, and then back to a daily chart. Here also good level technically to long from. We are up 2% from support from $13 basically. Yeah, and on the daily chart, we are ready to turn around. Also here, tomorrow, bottoming candle, following day, pump, if already not by tomorrow a pump. Yeah, that looks like this is about also to turn around. So I would take the risk to enter a trade from here. And then you want to trade this to like $16.45. From current price level, if you open here the trade, you're looking at 24.5% roughly. That's what you're looking at for that specific trade. Something else that I want to mention here before, no, actually that's fine. I can do that tomorrow. Yeah, but this I have to mention, guys. So tonight, guys, I will be not here. I have to go in a little bit somewhere, and I will not come back for the whole day. But I will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow most likely, yeah, tomorrow I plan on to do 2 streams. So tomorrow you're gonna have me twice. And then, yeah, and the rest we're gonna see later. But tomorrow, today only this stream, and then tonight I'm with friends, you know, and then tomorrow 2 streams, and then we're gonna take it from there. Guys, I have, because of that, now to run. Thank you so much that you were here. We're gonna talk about more coins definitely tomorrow. In the evening, don't forget, in the evening I'm gonna talk more about altcoins than I do about Bitcoin. So thank you for being here for today's stream. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then with more money tomorrow again.